Okay, well, good morning, everybody. Today is Tuesday, August 27th, 2024. You're in the live trading room of Tim the Trader. Welcome. Hope you had a good evening yesterday. Yesterday's charts, we had that big, long sell-off yesterday that happened in the morning. Had a little bit of a swing high that kind of trying to trick us into some call trades. It never could get its feet under it, and then we just started selling off and selling off. Um, Let me let some folks in here real quick. Boom, boom, boom. And let Bill in. There we go. Letting some folks in. Anyway, as you recall, took a put trade down here and then took a long call trade that ended up getting 45 cents up there. It didn't rise much more. Ended up selling off that put down here somewhere. Did lose a little bit on it, but ended up yesterday up nicely. I believe 54. Yeah, up 54. Had a few other trades. Took a call trade after that and tried to hold on to that call trade and did another nice long call trade after that. So it was good yesterday. So let me let some more folks in here and unmute me. Let me mute. There we go. Anyway, set up. So Q closed yesterday at 475.43, and it's at 473.35, awfully close to a gap play. If it drops any more, we will probably have a gap play. We're just right on the edge there. And Q is currently at 473.35. And we are trading tomorrow's expiration, which is the 28th of August, 2024. We will be starting at the money as we do every morning at the 473 on the call side, 474 on the put side, just for now. Volume, we have 663,000 in volume, well under a million to start with. Doesn't look like we're going to get a gap play unless it drops in the next couple of minutes. And with that, let me toss it over to Mr. Keith Rampton. Good morning, Keith.
Morning, Tim. Good morning, everybody. Yeah, I closed out that put yesterday for a slight loss, was up just slightly for the day yesterday. Couldn't do any more trading. Anyway, today we're going to have a consumer confidence report at 10 o'clock, as well as a Richmond Fed manufacturing index at 10. So those could move the market. We'll have a 2-year bond auction at 1 o'clock today. The big thing that's been sort of driving things, actually, I heard was NVIDIA is doing earnings announcement tomorrow. I think it's after the market closes. And so NVIDIA was selling off yesterday, and that was sort of pulling the S&P and the NASDAQ down quite a bit. So that's what we have coming up today.
Okay, very good. So I've got a number of things. Yeah, boy, that early morning sell-off was steep, steep and long. But we did take a couple of trades off of that, so that worked out very well. And we've got about 30 seconds before the market opens here. And again, we are starting at the 473 on the call side, 474 on the put side of things. Market rising a little bit here in pre-market. 686,000 in pre-market volume, not a great deal of volume. So we'll get my volume up here, and we're going to get going here in 4, 3, 2, 1. There's the bell. Hopefully TOS is working well. Thank you, Keith, for sending me, got your voicemail yesterday. Thank you for straightening that out a bit. Cleared my cache, and I think that will take care of it, along with a few other things. And okay, so as we always are, we're looking for a breakout here in the first couple of minutes of the market. We'll keep an eye on our upper left chart here. Looking at the big board on CNBC, looks like about 70% red, 30% green. And we'll get the market numbers here in just a second. In fact, let me see if I can get those real quick. All right, so Dow is down 51, Nas is down 72, S&P is down 13. So we've got a bit of a down market. Not huge, just a little bit. And let's see, we got a question. Gary has a great question. What indicators showing you there is a gap play? I will tell you that in a few minutes. Let's get a couple of trades under our belt, and then I'll go into what we look for on that. But great question, Gary. In fact, I'm going to keep that posted over here on my third screen so I can see what's going on. Five-minute MACD has crossed up over, and we're on the call side on our 1-minute Heikinase MACD. I'm going to change my active trader over to the 474 on the put side, just in case. And we'll just keep an eye on that 474 on the put side in case this little push down should continue. We're about to cross on our MACD here on our Heikinase. Just crossed over 1 million in pre-market. I mean, in underlying volume. So far, pretty good volume happening. We're just kind of stuck in the middle here. Market makers trying to find a path or a trend, trying to start a trend one way or the other. Market maker will always keep pushing price up and down, rotating price until he finds enough traders willing to start trading and taking the numbers up or down. All right, let's go to that 474 on the put side, stand by. Let's go ahead and enter this. Ooh, passed me by. Let me cancel that real quick. Going over to the 474 on the put side. Stand by. It's getting pushed up pretty severely here, so we'll just hold off on that trade. Tried to get in, of course, it just passed us right by on a nice push down. Perhaps gotten in that a few seconds earlier, may have been a different story. Let's switch over to the call side, to the 473 on the call side. It's broken through VWAP. Let's see if they can continue up. Our MACD on our Heikinase tried to cross. I think it crossed down just slightly, but never could quite get there. Let me mute a couple of people.
Now, on this square up here.
On that square up there. All right, price heading down again. Let's see. Market's getting deeper. Dow's down 43, Nas down 74, S&P down 13. Going back over to the I'm going to go over to the 475 on the put side. 475 on the put side. Stand by. Let's go ahead and try to enter this. All right. Did get filled at 487. Since the markets are down, I'd rather be in a put trade anyway. Let's see if we can get some traders to take this up. Yeah, and I'll probably stay in this trade. Even if it goes past the stop, I will probably stay in this trade since it's so early. Come on down. Market makers trying to get this price down. Trying to get traders to start picking up on it. There we go.
Just crossed below yesterday's low.
Yeah. Okay. There we go. And let's go ahead and take profit right here. And out at 506, 487 to 506.
Fantastic.
Yeah, I'll take that. 13 plus 6 is 19. So 19 on that first trade. We'll just continue to keep an eye on the 474 on the put side, guys. Stand by. 473. Let's go to the 474 on the put side. 474 on the put side. All right, still continuing to push down. I'm going to switch my active trader over to the 472 on the call side. But we are continuing to sell off here slowly. So I'm going to switch back. Just keep an eye on the 474 on the put side, 474. You can also go to the 473 if you want to save a little bit of money. No, we've got some visitors in today. I'm glad you're here. We'll talk a little bit more about things. I mean, about how we do what we do. All right, stand by on the let's go to the 473 on the put side, 473. It's got a bit more volume. All right, I'm going to go ahead and re-enter this. And I did, and I'm in at 438. And stand by to take profit. Let's go ahead and take profit here. Out at 445, 438 to 445. Wanted to get out of that before it started this reversal. Okay, I'm going to put a pseudo supply zone in on the top of this first 5-minute candle right here. And keep an eye on a possible call trade here. Could just be a crazy Ivan forming. Let's give that a day. We're going to change it to red, color, more, HSV, 60, KK. And then we'll change the price level to red. There we go. We got a pseudo zone in now. Five-minute MACD has crossed, so definitely in a longer term put bias at this point. Boy, this is beginning to look a lot like yesterday. We had that little bit of push up right there on the 4th minute and then started selling off, but looks like we are kind of finding a pause point or possible bottom to this sell-off. So we'll let the market maker sort this out. All right, guys, I'm going to keep an eye on the call side here at the 472 on the call side. Just kind of going sideways right now. Got 2.6 million in on the underlying volume. Dow is now just down by a point. NAS down by 123. S&P down 17. So looks like we're continuing to see the tech sell-off, huh, Keith?
Yeah, looks that way.
All right. We'll also keep an eye on the 473 on the put side. And again, watch these sudden push downs. Because they typically retreat.
All right, I got in a little bit late on the put from what you were doing. Got in at 5:53, out at 5:72.
Nice.
So anyway, again, I'm trading Friday's expiration.
Okay. Nice job. All right, so we're going to put in a demand zone right here. Not the greatest we've seen, but it is what it is. So we'll go ahead and mark it. And then we'll find out how good it is.
You like drawing like drawing that line in the sand and say, I dare you to step over it.
Yeah, right. Yeah, see what happened 2 minutes ago, 9:45. We had that sudden push down, a little higher volume come in, market maker trying to continue this sell-off, ran out of traders at that low of 471.71, and you can see it's reversed all the way back up. See if price breaks back up above the demand. Well, it is. So I'm going to go over to the 472 on the call side. Stand by. All right, 472 on the call side. See if it gets through VWAP here. And it is trying. Price getting beat back pretty well off of that little high that it hit there.
VWAP at its best.
Yep. VWAP saying nope. Guys, I'm going to move to the 473 on the call side. 473. Both our MACDs have moved over to the call side. Let's see if we get a breakthrough the pseudo supply zone. This trade had a great entry point around 472.70, just waiting for it to clear a little bit, and then it jumped quite a bit. You see, it's struggling to get up to and over the supply zone, pseudo supply zone.
Had a number of the 1 minute candles above 100,000 here since the open.
Mm-hmm.
Still only 3.5 million underlying traded though.
Yeah, you'd think it'd be higher.
Yeah.
Well, this is what it is. So to get back to Gary's question about what are the indicators showing you there is a gap play. Whenever price opens above yesterday's high or below yesterday's low, that creates a potential for a gap play. And when it reaches and comes back into range, guys, let's head over to the 473 on the call side. Stand by. Anyway, whenever it's outside of those two ranges, it creates a gap play, and we look for the gap to fill. And when it fills, which is it comes back inside of those two ranges, then we pull the trigger on it. All right, going over to the 473 on the call side. Stand by, everybody.
I went ahead and got in that.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and pull the trigger on this, and got in at 460. 476. Let's go ahead and take profit right now. There we go. And out at 476, 460 to 476. Quick trade. So 3 trades, all positive, plus 43. Caught a nice little push up right on that trade. So we entered it in a great position. Love entering trades when they're, when you can get in just before it makes a move.
I got 20 cents on that. It took a while to get out of it. But anyway, 20 cents on that.
Nice.
Yeah, the price was jumping around so much that took a while to get it filled to get out.
Mm-hmm.
Tim, could you talk a little bit more about the gap trade? I understand where the price opens above or below yesterday's number, but when do you get in?
Okay, so we get in when the gap fills. So the gap fills when price comes. Let's say price opened above yesterday's high. As soon as price comes down below yesterday's high, that's the trigger for the gap play. That's when you get into the trade. And if it is a put, if price opens below yesterday's low, as soon as it rises above yesterday's low, that's the point to get into the trade.
And you'd get in a put.
Yeah. Well, if it was a put and it was rising, we get into a call. And if it was opened above and was price was going lower, we get into a put. Make sense?
Yes, thanks.
Okay. All right, guys, going to go back to the 474 on the call side, 474. Beautiful swing high where we got going here. Might get a supply zone out of this, we'll see. So far, very nice price movement this morning. Volume's up to 4.3. We've got a little less than 3 minutes till the pop at the top. I'm going to go back to the 475 on the put side. 475 on the put side.
I'm gonna wait till after the pop.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll hold up till we get past the pop. All right, here comes the pop. And we're in the pop. Market maker obviously popped price way up very quickly. A nice volume is building.
You probably can move a real supply zone up when you get a minute. No
Yeah.
hurry.
Actually, we'll do that right now. So definite increase on a volume on the pop compared to what was next to it. Not the highest volume, but it was a real pop. Price hanging out right in the zone. All right, let's keep an eye on the 474 on the call side. 474 on the call side, stand by. I'd like to see price go past this previous high. We are getting a little high on our MACD on our Heikin-Ashi chart, lower right. So price did test the supply zone a number of times, could not quite pull away. A bit of resistance up here at the 474, 79, 80-ish level.
We're above the fucking Heikin-Ashi, huh? All right, we got a 465.
So Heikin-Ashi MACD has crossed under, may not stay very long, but that MACD could use a little relief. It's not super high. Okay. Thank you, Keith. Okay. Let's see if this can pull away and continue this swing high. There's a doji. Let's see if it ends up in a reversal, and it's reversing. Good old reliable dojis. Doji being that white cross that we saw in the minute before, typically predicts a reversal of some sort. So price really adhering to this zone, really respecting that zone.
Certainly is.
I would like to see price move up and past this little resistance point at 474, 73-ish. And hopefully the market maker can get a trend moving here.
Yeah, volumes pulled off a little bit since 10 o'clock.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, which is not helping. All right, still keeping an eye on that 474 on the call side. That's getting up there.
I don't see the consumer confident numbers that came out at 10, but the Richmond manufacturing came out much lower than anticipated.
Interesting.
They're expecting it down 14 and it was down 19
Okay.
for whatever that's worth.
Mm-hmm.
And a crossover on the MACD again, down on the bottom right.
Mm-hmm. Oh, nice big move there. All right, going to the 474 on the call side. Stand by. Just going to see, just make sure this is not a crazy Ivan. Finally push through that resistance point. See, that's exactly why we wait a little bit after these sudden push-ups and see if we're going to get some continuation on it. Okay, stand by. I'm going to go ahead and enter the 474 on the call side, and we're in at 455. All right, stand by. May just take 5 cents on this. I'm going to hold on to this one, guys. I think we have fairly strong push-up going here. Of course, now it's pushing down quite a bit.
Can go down to, what's that, look at, 2 on the YM. You guys still in on YM? It's 10 to 10.
like to see the market maker come in here and push this price up. There we go. So again, market makers trying to find a trend here. I think we have plenty of up momentum. We're going to get there.
It's come up to yesterday's close a couple times and hit resistance getting across it.
Mm-hmm. What's yesterday's close?
Is roughly 475.34.
Okay. All right, right at the top there. Okay.
Yeah, those the 10, 12, and 10, 13 minutes came up right at it, kissed it, and came back down.
Mm-hmm. Sometimes you just have to tighten up the seatbelt and stick with it.
Yep.
Hmm. What do we got here? We've got 6,200,000 in on underlying volume. Excuse me. Dow's down 37, Nas down 33, S&P down 3. They've come up a bit from their lows, as they should. We need some volume to come in here. They'll push this up.
And then maybe it's waiting for NVIDIA tomorrow too. Potential.
Mhm. There we go. And let's go ahead and take profit on that, guys. We got that nice little push up, 455 to 483. Had to wait a little while, but we got it.
What was your numbers again on that?
455 to 483.
Oh, fantastic.
Thank you. That's 1853. Excuse me. 53. Plus 64. So 4 trades, all positive. Keith, you were right about that pop-up.
Yep, I'm still riding the longer one a little bit longer here.
Wow. So we'll hold off on another call trade until we see how this is going to settle out. This is quite a bit of rise that's happened here. You can see how the market maker at the 1024, 1025 minutes has pushed in a lot of volume to continue this swing high. But I'm going to hold off on another call trade simply because, when we have these big swings up, they usually retract quite a bit before they settle in. And a lot of that is just profit taking that happens. Let's see if the markets have gone green at all yet. S&P's gone green, up 1.13%. NAS is just down 1.6. Dow is still down 34.
Would you move the supply zone up a little bit to that
Oh,
roughly the 1010?
yeah. Oops. Yes. All right, guys, I'm going to go back to the 476 on the call side, the 476. Getting some volume coming in. We're above that 100,000 on this current minute. We're about due for a decent pullback here. We'll see if one actually comes or if we're just going to continue to climb. NASDAQ's now up 17, S&P's up 6. Dow's about to turn green. If we go up any higher, it actually may have been at the top of that wick. There, Dow just went positive. Nas up 22 now, S&P up 7. So we've turned positive. You can see that price is hitting a bit of resistance here at the 476.80 level. If it can break through that, it will continue. In the meantime, there it goes. MACD starting to show a little bit of it's falling off a little bit from its high here. So be careful. We've been in the swing high for quite a while. Guys, excuse me for a minute. I'm going to get a refill on coffee. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Any trades, Keith?
Nope,
Nope.
I'm still in that long-term one.
Okay. So pulling back here a little bit, we passed the hour mark. We've got 7,800,000 in on the underlying. Let's see here. We've got some other questions in. Gary says, wow, pop at the top is fascinating, isn't it? Yes, Gary, most of the time it is, well, part of the times, best we can figure, it is a pre-programmed event because it happens right at 10. So they wouldn't have time to digest any news or reports that come out. So they've already prefigured what it's going to be before it gets into. And it is exactly at 10 every day. Yep. I'm sorry, not every day. Sometimes it just fizzles. It doesn't do anything. But most days we get some sort of increased volume and move and directional move. Great question here from Gary. He asks, when looking at volume, is there any way of knowing what percentage of this number is market makers and what percentage are civilians? No, we don't. If we had a thing called level 3, which is what they have, very expensive additional indicator that they have, they can see order flow. So they can see when orders are coming in, what kind of orders they are. They can see where stops are. So they get an extra view behind the curtain. But of course, they control the curtain. So it is. Yeah. Gary says also pop at the top seems like a planned event just to create some action. Yeah. Yeah. I believe that's true. To kind of shake up the market, get it moving. Because that is the market. That's just the primary job of the market makers is to keep the market moving, which means that they will buy up odd lots of orders, just to keep things moving. If there wasn't somebody kind of directing price and price movement and had that ability to market price, we would be trading in a very, very narrow range all the time. So the market maker, because they have, almost unlimited amounts of money, they can buy up positions in a number of combinations in order to create campaigns to move price up or down at will. I mean, they are like the house at a casino.
And just like at the house at the casino, the house always wins.
Mhm.
I'll be back in a minute, Tim.
Okay. I mean, most of the money that brokerages make, they make off their market making services. So we want them, we need them. We don't like them all the time, much of the time, any of the time, but we absolutely need them to be there. So all you need is, 20, 30 billion under management, and you too can be a market maker. It's been a long time goal of ours to get an actual market maker to come on to the call and speak to us, and hopefully someday we can. Gary says, so you're either a market maker or a civilian? Yes. Yep, you're either a market maker or you're a retail trader. So far this morning, got 4 positive trades, up 64. Good morning. So we're in just a bit of a messy middle right now, just kind of meandering sideways, a little to the upside. And just a reminder, tomorrow is a double session day, and we will start at 3 o'clock, and we're going to start with a lesson. and then trade the rest of the hour or whatever's left of the hour. All right, I'm going to add a new supply zone up here. I'm going to duplicate this rectangle. Let's bring that up. Put it right there. And then we're going to duplicate the price level, bring that up. If it holds. Boom. There we go. New supply zone. So we'll take this old supply zone and we will turn it gray because it's now a minor zone or an inside zone. There we go. See if price breaks through the supply zone. That looks like it is. Very first retest of it. Looks like it's blowing right through it.
Just a bit of a messy middle here for the last 15, 20 minutes.
Mhm. All right, it's trying to break through again. About time for another breakthrough in trend, probably up, I imagine. Yep, still just going sideways, messy middle. Ten, 15, 20, 25 minutes. Yeah, we've been kind of stuck in this sideways, messy middle here for about 25 minutes. Gets into it's just the doldrums of the morning of late morning trading.
Market maker definitely was trying to push things up there the last couple times.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can see the last couple of high volume marks here at 1051 and 1055. Both times market maker was trying to push price up by increasing volume.
Couple times MACD on the Heiken-Aussie chart was trying to cross over going back up and then just came back down, but it keeps trying to get up.
Mm-hmm. All right, trying to break up, trying to bust up here.
There we go.
Uh-huh. There's the market maker. If you guys want to get into this call trade, you probably can. We are in the last minute, so I'm not going to do a trade this late. Guys, I'm pretty happy with the 4 trades this morning. Up 64.
I've had 2 up 38 plus doing this test trade.
Mm-hmm.
I'll
Which
let you know
is-
what I get out on that later here.
Yeah, which is going to be killer.
I'm up about 16% right now.
Nice. All right, guys, let's go ahead and wrap it up for this morning. We're at the top of it now. Look at it go. Of course. That's almost a like a pop at the top. Wow. Well, if you got into this trade, good on you. You're gonna do real well.
And I got out of it.
Okay. So what'd you
Got
end
in
up
it-
with?
Got in at 9.52. That is $9.52. Out at $11.39.
Wow. Holy smokes. Nice. That's the way to do it. Okay, guys, let's go ahead and wrap it up for today. I'm going to have to take the charts down actually pretty soon. So I've got one-on-ones coming up almost immediately. So thank you for being in the room. Thank you for supporting the room. And again, if you are checking us out and you want to join our room, just get with Mark and he will get you set up and sorted. All right, guys, that's it. I will see you all tomorrow for double session Wednesday. Guys, have a great afternoon. Thanks for being here again. Bye for now.
All right. Have a good day, everybody.